Okay, welcome back. Last time we finished off the Pyrite Cave and defeated Mirror B. We caught a Swablu and we caught a Sudowoodo. Then Duking left his Plusle in our care as well. Also, we got 3 Pokemon last time. I haven't added any of them to the team or anything. But now we're going to be moving on, well, away from Pyrite Town. We will be coming back here at a later time. But for now, it is time for us to leave. And also to talk to this lady to learn where we're going next. I might be imagining it, but the town's air feels somewhat less dirty, but not all as well. I can feel the presence of black auras coming from shadow Pokemon. Wow, nothing escapes your notice. There's but nothing that eludes the notice of my fortune telling. The key to freeing Pokemon from that black aura, it is in the north. Up north? That's where my grandpa lives too. Oh no, I forgot, I was on my way to visit Grandpa. He lives in Agate Village, that's a north from here. Ho ho, that being north of may be no mere coincidence. Your answer may be there. Oh, my grandpa was a famous trainer when he was young. Maybe my grandpa would know something. Let's go see him. She says that to the fortune teller lady when she's supposed to be talking to the player character. That's a little bit strange. Anyway. Time to head on up to Agate Village. I might be pronouncing that wrong. It's either Agate or Agate. I don't know how it's pronounced. But just look. Colour. Like, actual colour. Colour beyond, like, grey and... between, like, metal grey and dust brown. Oh, here we are. This is where my grandpa and grandma live. The air tastes a lot different here. It's been so long. Okay, let's get going. I bet they're worried about me not getting here. Okay, so let's talk to some people. Why, welcome to Agate Village. This village... This village is home to trainers who were once considered experts, and of course, their Pokemon. Why, I would think it's a bit too early for you people to settle here, though. I mean, who knows? Maybe we're super correct, and we just, you know, have an early retirement. To be honest, the Oreo region doesn't seem like it's all that when it comes to having super powerful trainers. Okay, so we get a Silk Scarf and 2 Ultra Balls. That is pretty handy, not gonna lie. Because knowing what is coming up, having more Ultra Balls will be very handy. Like, there's gonna be some problem battles coming up in this pretty near future. Oh, when I looked at your eyes, excitement boiled over in my blood. What do you say, kiddo? How about we have a heated battle, you and I? Sure, old man, why not? I'll give you a closer look at the skills I've honed over all these years. Okay, so this is Fun Old Man Scoff. Interesting name. He has a Machop and a Seedot. Also, that is... okay, I was going to say that's quite the level jump, but it really isn't. Okay, so we lead with Remoraid and Makuhita. I'm going to switch Remoraid out for safety purposes, obviously. And then I'm actually going to call Makuhita. I'm going to call on Makuhita because I want it out of Hyper Mode, because I don't think I can Purify it when it's in Hyper Mode. So I'd rather, you know, not have to go all the way back to Pyrite, do one fight to get it out of Hyper Mode, and then go. Also, not gonna lie, I do kind of like the fact that Machop does some of its moves just by the sheer power of flexing. That's kind of powerful. Okay, and we got hit with a Stun Spore. Okay, wow, they really did not like Makuhita, huh? I mean, I say that, I can't really complain, because it means Remoraid would have been safe regardless. But now we just land a Confusion, and then... I'm gonna actually switch back into Remoraid, because now, when the next Pokemon comes out, I'll be able to get a bit more EXP onto Remoraid from there. Fortunately for me, however, I do know where the EXP share is. It's in this town, so I'm not too far away from getting it. And also, once that meter drops to 0, then, honestly, Remoraid will just be safe. And it'll just be very helpful, and I will hopefully be able to use it for a good while. Now, I am going to switch out again, though, because Remoraid is still in a little bit of danger. You know, just a teensy little bit of danger. And by that I mean, it's level 20. It is level 20. Like, C dot might not be all that, but at the same time, that is still a 14 level gap. Or was the C dot level 35? Either way, that is still quite a significant gap. Okay, so, Umbreon and Aspeon, the dynamic duo, gonna just help me out with this. Fortunately, I think the C dot, I might be wrong, this C dot is going for growth. I don't think it actually has any attacking moves, because I don't think C dot actually learns any. Like, I know it gets nature power, but it's nature power turned to stun spore. And yeah, I don't think it actually has any attacking moves. I might be wrong. I could be proven incredibly incorrect. But I genuinely think that this C dot can't actually hurt me. Like, at all. I think it can just spam growth, but that's all it can really do. So, let's just double it with Confusion and Bite, and that should probably be enough to finish it off. Because C dot is still very, very frail. It's just a little acorn. And now, that is Fun Old Man Scoff defeated. Fantastic. That was a good workout. Okay, and we get 1,120 Pokédolls. That is actually, like, a considerable amount of money for this game. Whew. My, you are tough. I haven't been this excited in years. However, if the Pokemon you use appear to be troubled somehow, they're frighteningly strong, but they're somehow cold. Am I imagining that they're keeping their hearts closed tight? I mean, he just really just nailed that straight away. Okay, so what I want to do is, to progress the story, I have to go into that house there. This is the EXP share. I always just keep in mind where the EXP share is in this game, because it's so helpful to have. Like, it is absolutely an essential. Because, especially if you're going to use Remoraid. Fun fact, I've never actually used Remoraid in a playthrough of this before. Now that I think about it, I've only ever actually finished this game once, and I don't remember what my team was by the time I reached the end. Also, this is a daycare. Like, this building here is a daycare, so you can just leave Pokemon there. I don't know how it treats Shadow Pokemon, though, but there's also a name rater. Do you see this? My tailor brings me berries from somewhere every day. Here, I'll share one with you. So we get an Oranberry. Hey, that is like 10 HP back. Who knows, if I give that to something, I might get some remote benefit. Probably not, but hey, it's possible. Why if it isn't Rui? It's been too long. Is that young man your boyfriend? I know why you're back. You came to introduce him to Egan, didn't you? Well, I should... What? Is this my Iana here? I'm just gonna leave. We're just gonna move very quickly on here. Leave your Pokemon with the daycare lady in the village. Most Pokemon will come back in a much happier state of mind. You should give her a try. Leave your Pokemon with her and see how it likes her. I feel like I shouldn't do that with a Shadow Pokemon, you know? Like, I could, but I probably shouldn't. But you know what? Just for fun, let's leave a Shadow Pokemon with her. Let's see here. What should we leave with her? I will leave... You know what? No, I won't. I won't. Like, basically, it just works the same as the daycare does in any other Pokemon game. Like, you're not missing much by not seeing me not use it. Now, I believe there's one or two more people for me to talk to here. Wait, I could have sworn there's meant to be a trainer out here. I know that in XD there's a trainer out here. I came to tap the knowledge of the villagers about Pokemon. After all, even though they're retired, they were all great trainers in their prime. I've given up on battling, but I never neglect checking the health of my Pokemon. Ah, my back. Seems I should be the one getting my health checked. Okay, so let's quickly heal up, just because we can. I will say, I do quite like how there are functioning Pokemon centers here. It's not just like random machines everywhere to heal you. I mean, I say that, for most of the game you will be seeing just random machines insta-heal you. Now, let's quickly run on up and go and talk to Egan, I suppose. So he just lives in this house here. Wait a second, could it be? Rui? Is that you? I thought so. The last time I saw you, you were this tiny little thing. Now look at you. Okay, anyway, I shouldn't keep you. Egan was worried. Don't waste any time, you should go see him. Okay, off we go. Grandpa Egan, Grandma Bella, I missed you. Ah, Rui, welcome. We heard that you were coming, but then you didn't arrive. We were so worried about you, dear. You finally arrived. What held you up? I had just this terrible time. On the way here, I was abducted by these creepy people. Luckily, I was saved by Wes, who happened to be there just by coincidence. Oh, how frightful. Thank you so much for saving our granddaughter. But why would anyone want to harm her? It's probably because I can see these bizarre Pokemon. They're shadow Pokemon. Pokemon that have been turned into fighting machines with hearts of darkness. Shadow Pokemon? What on earth is that? Well... help! There's trouble! Not gonna lie, this baseline kinda goes. It's a serious situation. Some outsiders went into the Relic Forest. What? Who were they? I don't know, they shoved me aside and... that's enough talk, it can wait. I'm off. Okay, off he goes. Outsiders fouling the Relic Forest? That mustn't happen. But I worry for my husband even more so. Ruri dear, please go after him. Okay, so no more sidetracks. Let me tell you, I've never seen Egan run quite so fast as he just did. I would say you could even outrun me. I mean, no offense, buddy, but you don't look like the running type. What's this I'm hearing about some criminals going into the Relic Forest? Well, isn't that frustrating? If I was a little younger, I'd go after them with my mighty Anna. Okay, so what does this lady have to say? Huh? The Relic Forest? You've come the wrong way. If it's Relic Forest, you want to make your way down the hill beside the Pokemon Center. Yeah, so... actually, I have a couple more people I could talk to, but whatever, it's fine. That one hill? Yeah, I was not fully down that hill. Oh, what was this guy want to say? What's all the commotion about? Is it a track meet for the old folks? Gee, you're energetic. I mean, I could believe Agate Village having something like that, but with the amount of them that seem to be walking on canes, I don't know if that's, I don't know if they'd be really having, like, a track and field type thing, you know? I mean, I might be completely wrong. I could be completely misreading how they are, but I don't know. Okay, let's put Bayleaf out front. And because, honestly, everything else is ready. And Makuhita is honestly kind of here just to fill space for a little bit longer. But hey, well, Meganium, it'll be Meganium soon. And it will always be on the team until the end of the game. Hey, what? Here comes another meddler. That old man earlier, he trampled me when I let down my guard, but that won't happen again. So this is Cypher Peon Doven. Okay, so... what do they have? They have a Spheal and a Carvanha. I am suddenly very glad that I put Bayleaf out front. Okay, so we have Bayleaf and Remoraid hitting the field. I'm gonna maybe play a bit dangerous here and leave Remoraid in. I say, okay, Surf shouldn't do too much. Carvanha is more physically oriented. It still did half. It still did half. Who knows though, maybe I'll get super lucky and get Hyper Mode. And, okay, Spheal actually takes Razor Leaf super well, and Carvanha nearly drops. Shadow Rush misses the Spheal though. And I think Remoraid will actually go down to this now. No, it lived on 4. Okay, it lived on 4, and now I gotta play a fun little minigame called Does Carvanha Pursuit Trap? I don't think it does. Like, I think it can, but I don't think it does. We managed to barely get Remoraid out of there. Okay, so now we send in Flaffy, because, you know, 2 water types. Surf will hit again. Surf will do a little bit to Flaffy. Okay, did 25 to Flaffy. Bayleaf just eats the hit like it's nothing. And now we hit it with Razor Leaf, then we Thunder Shock the Spheal next turn, and we should be good to go. I was really hoping that would just crit, because you know what? We have high crit chance with Razor Leaf, but I don't think I've seen... I think I've only seen it crit once or twice, and when it did, it was in a completely unnecessary scenario. Oh, also, because this is a game based on Generation 3, moves like Surf, well, Surf will only target the opposing side. So you can use Surf in this game for free, and you don't need to worry about hitting your teammate. However, if you use Earthquake, it will still hit everything. This This is a little thing we call foreshadowing, because we're going to be dealing with a really bad earthquake user in the near future. Why are the villagers here so ridiculously strong? Probably because they were all, like, super powerful trainers when they were young, apparently. Although, I don't know, like, super powerful trainer in Ore seems to be, like, I don't know, like, level 40. Like, I don't know, man, but comparatively to a lot of other regions, they might be slacking a little bit. Just a little bit. I mean, to be fair, Johto is hit by an awful, awful level curve. Like, Kanto's doing pretty okay, Hoenn doing it pretty okay, Sinnoh does pretty well for itself. Okay, buddy, what do you have? No, forget about it. You're not going on any farther. Okay? Okay, Sultan, let's see you try to stop me. He has Shroomish and Cacnea, and I need to switch Remoraid out immediately, even if it was safe, because, you know, that's two grass types and that's a water type that I really don't want to be in on. So let's switch out, go to Espeon, because Espeon's probably the best option here, and then just hit him with Shadow Rush, I think. Because realistically, they probably saw super effective damage and just targeted down Remoraid. If there's Hyper Mode could come in super handy here. As long as I get it out of Hyper Mode by the time we finish this last fight. But I know when that is, so I think I should be okay. I will say, I do quite like seeing Cacnea, like, kind of just very slowly build itself up. Like, okay, I'm going. Yeah! Got him. Okay, Confusion hits Shroomish for about 2/3. Actually, no, I was probably close to, like, 55%. Anyway, a crit Shadow Rush knocks it out, and next turn Cacnea goes down, M2. And in the meantime, okay, Espeon will level up next. When this Cacnea goes down, Espeon should level up. Unless Pin Missile hits like 5 times and crits twice. Now, this might be a little bit dangerous, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to switch Remoraid back in. Because honestly, if I could get it into Hyper Mode, that would be fantastic, but I don't see it happening. Even though I know it has the EXP share, ultimately I probably don't even need to switch it in, but I want to have the meter, I want its heart meter to go down a little bit. I know switching it back in didn't really do anything there, but, you know, I would quite appreciate being able to have it set up like that. Roadblock attempt failed. Well, yeah, Sultan, that's what happens. Thanks for the money, buddy. Ah, phooey, I'm not feeling well today. Okay, so, last one. Boo! Scared you, didn't I? Not really, I knew that was going to happen. So, Scytherpeon Cass. You know she's serious, because it's got a K. Okay, Baltoy and Ralts. Okay. So, Baltoy and Ralts, I think I can handle these. I feel like I should be able to handle these. They aren't that powerful. Okay, so I'm going to get Bayleaf out of Hyper Mode. Okay, Tracer's Overgrow. We have Aurora Beam now. That could come in pretty handy. I'm going to risk it, I think. I'm going to focus on getting rid of that Ralts, I think. Hopefully they doubled in on Bayleaf. They did not double in on Bayleaf. As long as they only attack, as long as the Ralts goes down in 1, I think I'm okay. It's a crit, and the crit saves Remoraid for now. In an ideal world, right now, okay, she has a Curlier. Can I get Hyper Mode? Fantastic, I get Hyper Mode now. So, what I'm gonna do is Hyper Mode. Okay, the way I'm looking at this is I get rid of Hyper Mode to get rid of some of that meter, and I just hope that the Remoraid doesn't get targeted. I'm going to try to take out the Baltoy, even though it's the more defensive one. Wow, we got a not crit. So hope... Okay, that, as much as I should probably be concerned about from setting up, is perfect for me. Because I am basically bulletproof, because I have an Umbreon. And what are they going to do to stop Umbreon? The answer is nothing. They're going to do nothing to stop Umbreon. Because they can do nothing to stop Umbreon. Because they won't have offensive options against a Dark-type. Like, the Baltoy might... Like, the Baltoy, at worst, might have, like, Mud Slap or maybe Rock Tomb. But, like, I don't think Curlier gets Magical Leaf until Gen 4. This Curlier physically could do nothing to my Umbreon. Because, again, Fairy type doesn't exist yet either. So this Curlier cannot do anything to stop me. And I might as well just call Bayleaf and get it out for this. Just get a Hyper Mode. Even though I do have one more battle coming up before I can Purify stuff. So now we just go for Bite. Obviously that's a +2 Special Defense Curlier, so it takes the hit pretty well. But the Flinch comes through, and now... honestly... No, I'll run back and heal before I fight the... I guess it's a mini-boss? It's weird to call him a mini-boss, but I know that I do have one more fight in the forest, so... yeah, I'll run back and heal after this one. And with that, the Curlier goes down, and Cass is defeated. But yeah, that is... So they had a Baltoy, a Ralts, and a Curlier. That is... For a Mono Psychic team, could be worse. I'm shocked over this loss. You brought Mono-type team, and I had a Dark-type. You're shockingly strong. Okay, let's run back and heal, because I don't... Okay, I should note, I don't know if you get healed by Egan before you go and do the actual fight here, but just to make sure, I'm gonna go and do it, just for my own safety, really. And I think and unless I can find a situation where I can safely leave Remoraid in, I might have to go and do a couple of fights just to get its meter down so I can purify it. I might be wrong, but I feel like I might need a tiny bit more to work with it. Actually, can I battle this guy? Okay, no, I think I have to beat the main guy in the forest before I can go and fight him. Because I'm pretty sure there's one more person in this town who I can fight. So let's head on out to the Relic Forest, which it does have rather nice music. Which obviously is not currently playing. Oh, Rui, Egan's in a heap of trouble. What do we do? What do we do? He might be a mythical trainer, but he's pushing his luck if you think he can battle at his age. You, who are you? What are you doing here? Although you may ask why we're here, we simply can't answer that. I can see that you're a senior citizen, but I can't allow you to interfere with our affairs. You're the ones interfering. Shady creeps like you, I'll personally run out. Now, someone so old shouldn't overdo it. Don't take me for a fool. I'll have you once know I was once hailed the most powerful trainer. That isn't all either. I've a comrade with whom I've been through thick and thin. This is the first Pokemon I got, and it's been with me ever since. Okay, Pikachu, we haven't battled this much in a while. Let's keep focused. So now we get to kind of just watch this battle happen. And I'll be honest, for being like, you know, supposedly I guess the champion, for basically being the champion of Aura and everything and being a mythical trainer, bro has level 50 Pikachu and that's it. Also, yes, that is level 38 Shadow Hitmontop. Yes, we will be catching it. Yes, it will probably be replacing Makuhita. Primarily because it has Intimidate, and Intimidate is going to be very helpful for an upcoming boss fight. I mean, I guess, minor spoiler alert, I will probably be switching out Makuhita for this Hitmontop just because it has Intimidate, and having Intimidate would be super helpful for me. Okay, so Egan just gets destroyed. Didn't I already say, an old man shouldn't overdo it? Grandpa, Pikachu! How dare you? You'll never get away with this. Ah, now here's someone who may show me a more enjoyable time. Very well, on guard! So Scrub is like an elite peon, basically. And he has 4 Pokemon, I believe. And this is like, I want to say he's kind of like a mini-boss, but also it's like, at the same time, bro has a Geodude, a Wynaut. I think his team is like Geodude, Wynaut, Clamperl. Yeah, he has Geodude, Clamperl, Wynaut, and then he has his Shadow Hitmontop. So honestly, I feel pretty okay leaving whatchamacallit in. Okay, Razor Leaf just annihilates Geodude in a single hit, because of course it does. Now I need to, you know, still maybe worry a little bit about Wynaut. I just realized I couldn't switch out even if I wanted to because of Shadow Tag. So that's a little bit of a pain, but I think we should be okay. So we now see the Hitmontop. Intimidate comes through, which isn't that big of a deal because I have 2 special attackers currently on the field. That was a crit. But at the same time... Oh, that's bad, that's bad, that's bad. Okay, that's not that bad, actually. However, this thing does have Shadow Tag, so I can't switch out. So, unfortunately for Remoraid, it's probably just going to get, you know, kicked into next week. However, I'm going to throw 1 Ultra Ball at this Hitmontop and just see what happens, and then go for Body Slam. Who knows, maybe I'll get super lucky and just catch this thing in 1 ball. Knowing the fact that it's a Hitmontop, I'm not counting on it, but hey, anything could happen. 1. Yeah, that's about... Honestly, that's better than I expected. I know it's ultimately kind of random how much it shakes and if it works, but yeah, I was pleasantly surprised that I got 1. Okay, so Remoraid gets, you know, kicked in the head and knocked out, and now I go out to Flaffy because I can now Thunder Wave it, and now I'm basically in a situation where I feel like I can pretty comfortably whittle away this Hitmontop and then just lock it down for the capture. So I just Thunder Wave, and then I Shadow Rush for Wynaut. Triple Kick misses. Fortunately, Triple Axle doesn't exist in this game. Triple Axle could be a huge issue if it was. I think Triple Axle is a Gen 8 move? I want to say it's a Gen 8 move. Where it's like, it does 3 hits. It's an ice move, it hits 3 times. And I think each hit does more than the last. Like, it's actually really pretty strong. Nearly knocks out Bayleaf, but I think I should be okay. Now, I am going to just throw a regular Pokeball at this Hitmontop and see how it works. And see how it goes, and I guess I'll Synthesis with Bayleaf. So, the Hitmontop has the Paralysis stats effect, so it should be a bit easier for me to catch right now. But at the same time, unfortunately, Hitmontop is kind of a pain for another Pokemon to catch. I mean, to be fair, all the Hitmons are. I say that like they are Pokemon that are regularly available to catch in most games. The only time I can think of where the Hitmons appear naturally, like the only Pokemon game I can think of where the Hitmons appear as like things you can naturally encounter is Sword and Shield. And even then, and I only remember seeing Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan. I don't think I ever saw Wild Hitmontop in that game. But like, I might be completely misremembering that. But like, I don't know. Which honestly is a bit weird that I'm not remembering that, because I played through Shield again fairly recently. Also, I want to be out of hype. That's pretty bad. Okay, you know what? I know that it has Triple Kick. I know that's rather dangerous. Oh, also, yeah, this Hitmontop's level 38. I kind of skimmed over that. Yeah, this Hitmontop is level 38. Like, it is way higher level than my Pokemon are. Fortunately for me, I can probably just knock out this Wynaut with Bite from here, because it is super effective, it is Stab, and even if it goes for Mirror Coat, and even if it lived and went for Mirror Coat, it shouldn't work because Umbreon is Dark-type. And Psychic doesn't work at all on, Psychic doesn't work at all on Dark-types. Okay, Paralysis comes through on that. Now, we can just... I'll double in on the Clamperl to get rid of it. I mean, I say that, Clamperl will probably take 1 more hit. So I'll Thunder Shock it this turn, it'll probably survive. Then I'll Thunder Shock it again next... Actually, no. I'll throw a Pokeball and Bite, I think, and that should be okay. So, now, Hitmontop setting up focus energy is actually kind of scary, not gonna lie. Because that means it has higher chance to crit, but I think I should be okay. So, we go for Bite, knock out the Clam Pearl, and we are and now, I do a tiny bit more damage. Wow, that was a good amount of EXP on Umbreon there, not gonna lie. And now I'm thinking I should have used that revive I picked up in the cave. 1, 2... Okay, that second one must have been a crit. That third one definitely was. Unless each hit does more damage and it works on the same thing that Triple Axle would later use. Okay, you know what? Hitmontop, it's naturally a bit in blue. It's naturally a bit in blue. Let's give it a Great Ball. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, if it doesn't stay in this turn, I will just fast forward until I catch it, because this could take ages. Like, this could take 5 seconds, it could take ages. So I will be right back when I catch this thing. Finally! Honestly, I was genuinely really concerned about that. Correct. Should have declined. Get good, scrub. That was legally obligated, I guess. I'd been instructed to capture Celebi, then destroy the Relic Stone, but matters have not gone according to plan. I shall have to immediately inform Dakim, who's gone to Mount Battle. Well, with that, off he goes, and we now know where we're going next. Grandpa, are you okay? I'm fine, but my partner... Ah, you're safe. Good, good. You battled with honor. If your opponent was any ordinary Pokemon, you would have won. So that was a Shadow Pokemon. Rui. And Wes, am I right? Thank you for helping us. We should go home for the time being. You really had me worried. Please don't do anything so rash and dangerous again. I'm sorry, dear. But I couldn't very well let them have their way. It was crooks. They said they were out to capture Celebi and then destroy the Relic Stone. Why? Might there be a connection between Celebi and Shadow Pokemon? Oh no, that's no good. We came here because we thought you would know something, Grandpa. Sorry to disappoint you. Oh, yes, didn't we have a stone tablet? It had something about the relic carved into it. Ah, yes, we did have such a stone tablet. Now, where could I have put it away? Let me go look for it upstairs. It may take some time, so please be patient. While she's looking, you might try gathering more information on Celebi. You'll see an old man named Senilor? Or Senilor. Oh, because he's senile. Got it. He lives near the Pokemon down the hill. He's the authority when it comes to Celebi. That is, if he remembers. Because the joke is that he's senile. That's the joke. Also, thanks, game. Thanks for not healing me at all. I do wish the game was a little bit more consistent with that. Sometimes it feels like it will do that, and other times it won't. Actually, I'll go and talk to him first, then I'll heal on my way back, I think. I think it's this guy's house. Yeah, the guy with the Wobbuffet. Oh, right, you wanted to see my dad. He's been getting pretty forgetful lately, though. I'm afraid he might not be much help to you. Ah, you're Egan's beloved Torchic. No, wait, who do you say you were? What's that? You want to ask me, Senilor, about Celebi? Have no fear, no problem. Forget something that important? That's not going to happen. Let me start with the relic in the Relic Forest. According to ancient lore, the relic is said to hold the power of time travel for Celebi. That mystical power is said to revive the most pleasant, most enjoyable memories of Pokemon. If only it worked on me and brought back memories of my youth. Would you like to hear more? Sure, why not? To meet Celebi directly, you must use an item called the Time Flute. That is all one needs to bring Celebi to the Relic Forest. Celebi will surely cause the darkness to flee the hearts of any Pokemon. Well, that answers that. So what I'm going to do now is quickly run to the Pokemon Center, heal, and then... that's not what I want to do. I have 27,000 Pokedollars. never... I don't know if I feel rich in this game or dirt broke. Like, I do not know where my money stance is on this game so far. Considering I could only buy like 23 or something Ultra Balls, that's not great. I think I definitely did that maths wrong. Anyway, off we go. And I think I can battle this guy now, right? No, really. Egan, the mythical trainer, took some bad guys on in a battle? Oh, I wish I could have seen that. He must have had some strong Pokemon. It must have been a sight to see. He had a level 50 Pikachu that got destroyed in like 2 hits. Like, I know Hitmontop is pretty strong, but like, it was 12 levels lower and everything. Anyway, let's see what they have to say. Ah, Ruri, welcome home. I finally found the small tablet. That's the small tablet that's been passed through our family from over many generations. Examine it real quick for us. I don't know why I added that, but whatever. So we now have the small tablet. There are words carved into the small tablet. In Agate's mystic relic, Celebi's power shelters. A heart imprisoned by shadows, its last door shall be opened by the power within. The relic must have some effect on shadow Pokemon. I'll leave that for you to determine for yourselves. Okay, so I need Rui to get out of the way. And now we get an email. Oh, right, must be duking with some news. Quick, let's check it out. So the game won't actually... I don't think it lets us go until we check. Emergency. We got big trouble. I just got word from our people that Mountain Battle's under attack by a mysterious group of thugs. Please, can you go help? We think it's the same group of... we think it's the same group as the one Mirror B belonged to. We're counting on you. Well, that tells us where we're going next. What? Those crooks are loose on Mountain Battle now? That's awful. We can't let this go on. Let's go. Oh, wait. Grandpa, where is Mountain Battle anyway? It's to the northeast. You can see it in the distance once you leave the village. Hurry. Okay, so, here's what I'm gonna do. I want to go and purify my Pokemon. However, I need to do like 1 or 2 more battles to get Remoraid to be able to be purified. So what I am going to do, real quick, is go back to Pyrite Town and just speed through a couple of fights. Right, so I will be like a minute or 2. So I'll just speed through this, and then when Remoraid is ready to go, I will be right back. Okay, so Remoraid is now ready to be purified. Right. However, I think I might actually end off today's episode here and save the purifications for next time and do all of Mountain Battle as well. So what I'm going to do is save the game and end off today's episode here. Yeah, to be honest, this was actually just a spur-of-the-moment decision. Okay, let's quickly go purify these Pokemon, then end off today's episode. Sorry for the abrupt cut. To be honest, I had originally decided that I was going to just end the episode off there, and then start the next episode with the purifications. But I figured that Mountain Battle could take a while, so yeah, I'm just going to do it now. Is that right? Those crooks have raided Mountain Battle? I get it, they're going after Vander on Mountain Battle. I've heard rumours that he has the ability to summon Celebi. So, fortunately for us, Scrub also left another Iron File. Iron File C is written on the cover. Celebi's power. The purification of the shadow Pokemon has several factors. Celebi appears to have the power to boost the purification process. If a shadow Pokemon encounters a Celebi, it recalls how its heart was before being closed, and reverts to its original form. The Relic Stone of Agate Village also appears to have the power to complete the purification process. These factors must be eliminated if our Shadow Pokemon plan is to succeed. Shadow Pokemon Lab, Chief Ein. So, now, we can now open the door to a few of our Pokemon's hearts. I'm just going to do it in the order we caught them. So first up is going to be Makuhita. So now, we have our purified Makuhita. It's now a totally normal one. And it loses Shadow Rush, but it does gain Foresight. And it gets 5,424 EXP. And it wants to learn Smelling Salt. Smelling Salt is a move that gets rid of paralysis. Like, it's a... Oh, it heals paralysis, but it also does a lot more damage, I think if I'm understanding that correctly. So basically, I could Thunder Wave it and then Smelling Salsa, and that could be a worthwhile combo. However, because it leveled up, it is now going to evolve into Hariyama. So, Makuhita has now evolved into Hariyama, and its stats go up quite a bit, if I recall correctly. I don't know if it learns any new moves from that. Also, because it's purified, it can now get a nickname, and also, on top of that, it gets a ribbon for being purified. Right. Actually, I'll just check everything once I'm done. So, up next is Bayleaf, who is probably the most used of the 4 Shadow Pokemon that we've, been purifying. So this one, so Bayleaf and Flaffy will probably get the most EXP. So Bayleaf got Sunny Day and gained 10,787 EXP. Gains 1 level, gains 2 levels, gains 3 levels, and evolves into Meganium. Okay, so that is Meganium added to the team. That is a new kind of defensive powerhouse we have. And it also gains the ribbon, and I'm still not going to nickname anything. So now up next is our Flaffy. Flaffy going to get probably as much experience, or close to it, nearly the same amount as Bayleaf, I think. Probably. And it got Thunderbolt. That's insane. That's actually ridiculous. That's nutty. And it gains 3 levels. And becomes Ampharos. Fantastic. So, we now have Ampharos, Meganium, and Hariyama all in my possession. Also, I will say, I do like how Ampharos really just kind of waves its arms about, I guess. And now we can purify Remoraid, who hasn't been with us all that long, but I have switch trained it an awful lot, and I'm going to be keeping the EXP share on it for the foreseeable future. So, this might not evolve straight away, but it'll get a fair bit. We got Bubble Beam and 8,800 EXP. Level 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and evolves. Fantastic. It evolves at level 25. So we now have Octillery as well. And it wants to learn Octazooka. Honestly. 65, 85. It can cut accuracy. No, I'll keep Bubble Beam, I think. Actually, no. I know what I'll do. I'll get rid of Lock On, because I'm probably never going to use Lock On. I know that I should probably use Lock On in conjunction with Octazooka. But hey, who knows, that accuracy drop could come in huge. I say that, it entirely probably won't. But hey, let's have a quick look at our new stats. So Octillery now has Suction Cups, and its stats have gone up a fair bit. We still have Overgrow. Also, I can now shuffle their moves around, which is very nice, very welcome. And I'm okay with that setup. And okay, Thunderbolt is right where it belongs. Top slot for Ampharos, and will be staying there. Wait, how powerful is it? 100... Okay, Ampharos is a little bit weaker than Espeon, but that's fine. And we also now have Hariyama as well, who has a mountain of HP. Actually, a lot of my Pokemon are now gone over 100 base HP. That's kind of nice. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go back and save my game. Go back, save my game, and for real end off the episode here. Yeah, and next time we're going to be heading on over to Mount Battle. I might switch out Hariyama for that Hitmontop I caught, because Intimidate would be super helpful for an upcoming fight. I mean, Intimidate is just super helpful in general. Also, I really didn't need to heal here, but I'm just going to anyway for my own convenience, really. So now, let's save our game and end off today's episode here. So today we managed to unlock Purification and now, well, purified a few of our Pokemon. So as always, feel free to leave a comment or click any buttons down below if you feel so inclined. And I will hopefully see you all again next time where we go to Mount Battle. Okay, thanks for watching. Later.